Free big brother slammer. 2019 got caught with a jammer. New bitch, she don't got no manners. She know I been drinking, come fuck with the scammers. Tim Allen, how I walk with the hammer.
Yeah, we're rolling, so it's straight.
Fire.
Yeah, I'd say just start back when you were talking about 4 or 5, like when y'all first met, honestly.
Yeah. So we met. I'll even start back to like where the rugs.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we met online. Like we had a couple of mutuals, and like 2 or 3 years ago, I was making Tough to Rugs, and so we were supposed to collab on Gun Club rugs, and then long story short, it just never happened. Never came to fruition. And we still kept in contact, but last year he did this show with Spliff Happy as Substance Skate Park, and I just saw like the way he was moving, bro, the music that he was putting out, it was crazy. I felt like it was on a different level, and so like I hit him up and I was like, yo, do you have a DJ? Like, you know, just try to chop it up with him, see like who's on his team so far, and like how I can be of use, because I feel like when there's artists like that are coming up right now, bro, you can't, like, everybody's gonna try and fucking leech, so you got to figure out a way to like add value to somebody's life, you know what I mean? And that just goes for anything.
Yeah.
And so, bro, luckily enough, he was like, nah, I don't have a DJ. Like, it was just Zillions DJing for that show. So we locked in, and at first I was just his DJ, and so little by little, I would kind of do things that a manager would do. Like, we put together his EPK. I was helping him structure every single thing we had to do every single day. I'll show you this like notes app that I have, like just crazy OCD, bro. We mark things off every single day.
Oh, that's so fire.
Yeah, like
So it's like 10 pages,
bro, every single day. And so like that's just kind of where my brain was. Everything was so structured where like he had so much, he still has so much talent, but like he's so like on the art side of shit that it was just like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do today. Well, tomorrow, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Or I was just like, nah, gang, like we got to be 6 months ahead at all times. You know, we got to be 12 months ahead at all times. Like we really got to like figure out the competition and be 5 steps ahead. So little by little, he kind of figured out that I was like, you know, you should probably be my manager at this point. And so when we locked in like that, everything kind of became a lot more official, and it just became so structured to the point where like, bro, like, you know, going back to what you asked about seeing how that community is built, it's so crazy, bro. Like, he really takes the time out to reach out and DM hundreds, no exaggeration, like hundreds of fans, and like we'll connect with them, be like, yo, what's good? What are you up to? What'd you do today? Hope you had a good day. Check this out if you haven't already. I just dropped this, bro. And like we would literally be sitting there, and he would set like 1 to 2 hours aside to connect with every single person. He would do the same thing with Gun Club. Like, if you copped a shirt before, he would hit you up, be like, yo, bro, I just dropped this. Like, check it out, you know? He won't even like pressure to buy. He'll just be like, let me know what you guys think.
Yeah.
And from there, it kind of just built up to this point where like now we have the UGG Militia, which is his biggest like 100 to 200 supporters. It's all in a group chat, so it's not even a broadcast channel. So 100 of us in this group chat that's just active right now, and they'll just be supporting at all times. We'll be giving them more like intel on the side that we're not telling other people.
Is it like a Discord?
No, it's literally an Instagram group chat.
Wow. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Before they even had Instagram broadcast channels.
Yeah, bro. So and that has his like the most dedicated 100 supporters.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll add more people. We'll take them off. We'll like to like leave out the inactive people because they just joined the group chat. They're not active at all, so we'll kick them. But he does have a Discord now. I think we have around 500 members, but the Instagram channel is just like
that's
the most active.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, bro.
So like what size, when you first like got on his team and just started working with him, what was his general size then? Like in terms of monthly listeners, followers and stuff like that?
Yeah, so he had, I want to say around 9,000 followers. I think maybe 10K, probably around that. We'll say 10K. And monthlies, bro, he had 1,200 monthlies.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Still,
no.
I mean, honestly, a lot of artists that are listening to this don't have an organic.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but also the thing is, like, he within that 1,200K, like, he has even at that point, probably like 100, 200 people that would ride for him.
That were
like
bro.
that'll go to the shows, that'll cop merch,
100%.
that'll support everything he's doing, and people don't realize how important that is.
Yeah,
so
like getting that
important.
first initial 1,000
Oh
is
my God.
definitely super important.
Bro, and it's crazy too, because like I even told him too, before we even really locked in like that, bro, he had the EP called Mac, and I was listening to this every day. We were not even close. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call him a friend at that point. And I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, wow, like this is something that I heard that's just like so just consistent. And it sounded so good where I was just like, this is great. Like I see it. You know what I mean? I see where he's trying to go and like where he's trying to take it. And I was like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm down to help.
So
Like,
when
let's
did y'all
it.
do the first show together?
August 9, 2022. That was at Mercury Lounge.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And now you
bro,
guys are about to do Knockdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's some
and
crazy
and bro,
growth.
for that Mercury Lounge show, I'll be honest with you, he didn't even think he could do it. Bro, he did not think he didn't think he was ready for it.
Yeah,
You
what
know
is
I
that,
mean?
like 200,
250.
250?
250
Yeah.
cop. And to be honest, like again, I don't want to talk my shit, but I know currently some people that can't sell 10 tickets. You know what I mean? Like, and and they'll have thousands of followers, thousands of streams, can't sell 10 tickets.
That's the biggest thing about people nowadays, and like why the people that, I mean, we see it now, like Lil Baby, Trippie Redd, those tours are getting canceled.
Can't left
Yeah.
and right.
Respectfully.
Left and right, bro.
But
Like,
a lot of people can't sell experiences, and
Yeah.
as an artist, that's generally what's making them a lot of money too.
Yep.
Like if you're signed to a big deal,
Yeah.
the label's taking your streams,
Yep.
and they're helping you connect all the revenue on all channels,
Yep.
and even for like ads and stuff like that. The only thing that's really making you money is being able to sell tickets and merchandise.
and merch. That's it.
So
That's it.
that's the only big revenue streams you kind of have to worry about.
Yeah.
And I feel like people lock in way too much of trying to get their like streams up and organic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When it's really about the music.
Yeah.
And your live shows.
And the shows.
And the thing is too, like what's so special about an artist like 4-5, not only the community but the brand that he helped build, because it's him and his business partner Brandon who own Gun Club.
Yeah.
But they got the leverage to the point where just like, you know, if there's a label involved or anybody involved, we don't give a fuck about the money. Could care less about the bread, because they're making so much from this that it's just like, what else can you provide? You know, like in our heads, it's just like we want the exposure more than we want the money, because he's already set on that.
And
Like,
you're just
yeah.
so confident in the music that like
Yeah,
if you're
bro.
like if we get the ears on it, then
And-
it's
and-
good. Like if they see the
yeah.
music, lifestyle, whatever.
yeah,
it's chill.
and that's the thing too. It's like, bro, I tell him all the time, like, he makes my job so much easier because the music's fire. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
one thing.
That's the first step,
bro.
bro.
If the music wasn't fire, my
That's a step a
job
lot of people skip.
is 100 times harder.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're worried about the marketing. How we gonna put this shit together? Like, bro, the music got to be fire first. Like, so yeah. But going back to the shows, Mercury Lounge was the first one, and he was definitely nervous. He did not think he could sell that out, and bro, he did, and we actually oversold. We oversold, and I remember, bro, like, it was I could like, it was me, his main producer Sham, and 4-5, and we were in the green room, and the rep from the venue came to do like the kind of like cut the check towards the end, and they were just like, you didn't just sell out, you oversold. I could see the look at his face, bro, like he was about to break down.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, bro, like this is crazy. Like I'm getting goosebumps, you know? I'm like, because you could see this is the first time in his life that like, bro, I just made a check off this. Like we could really do this, you know?
Yeah.
And so from there we went on to do in terms of like headlining shows, we did Baby's Alright next. That was March 28th.
Yeah.
Sold that out
That one was
again.
sick.
Yep, that was crazy. And in between those, we hopped on a couple dates on Dro Kenji's tour, a couple dates on Dom's tour, a couple dates on, I think we did Junie's show too at Baby's.
Yeah.
And then a couple dates on Uno the Activist tour. And bro, now we're about to do Knockdown Center, which is
That's
crazy.
hype.
cool.
What's are y'all? I mean, like it's
Bro.
been announced for a minute, but like when did
Bro.
y'all get news like that was like that's what's gonna happen?
So y'all know Dick Bayer.
Yeah.
So shout out Dick Bayer, bro. Like he's a real one. He's been supporting for a minute, and he reached out to me because we had spoken about doing an event, but it never like came to fruition. So one day he like FaceTimed me, and I never usually FaceTime me. So I pick up and I'm like, yo, it's good. And he's like, yo, you know it's time, right? I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, and bro, it wasn't even a question. Like they came correct with everything, and so we were like, they just made it easy to say yes.
Yeah.
It was quick. Like, shout out Dick Bayer and Move Forward Music. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, the key behind that is being able to sell tickets. Like, the
Exactly.
opportunities wouldn't be there,
Bro.
if the music wasn't there first, and like
Yup.
also the community and
and
everything.
again, I will say, like, and this call it what it is. Like, there's a lot of artists that's coming out of New York right now that can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can't sell those tickets. They can't put up those.
Yeah.
That's one of the most important thing when you're talking to like booking agents specifically, or trying to get a venue in New York. They're gonna want ticket audits. A lot of these artists don't know, and this is like free game. When you come to email a booking agent or a venue or anything, show up not only with the EPK or the buyer or whatever, but show your history of ticket audits. You know, you can't fake that. That's coming directly from a venue with a reliable source. So if I'm booking at, let's say, Mercury, and you send me a ticket audit from Baby's All Right, I might know the guy that's booking at Baby's All Right. So I might be like, yo, did 4 or 5 actually sell that much?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Go book him. You know, and it's like that. And a lot of these artists don't. Like, I still have a lot of people that are hitting me up on the side trying to help me, or trying to help them, like, set up shows, to the point where I'm just like, bro, I honestly, I had to take a step back, because I'm like, I just got to focus on what's in front of me right now.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, yeah, it's Knockdown Center is going to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this seems important just to have proof and raw numbers. I mean, you can even fake making a show lit, like with a camera angle or
Yup.
whatever you want to do.
Yup.
It could be.
Right,
I'm sure I've
camera
done
angle.
it before. Like, there's 20 people in there. You record, angle that shit
Oh,
down.
God.
It's lit.
Yeah, mostly aim at the artist, not the, yeah, bro. Like, but that's the one thing about us and like 4 or 5 is just like, bro, it's real, and it's happening right here, and people are seeing the growth, and not just the music or the numbers or the streams or anything, just like even the visuals too. You know, like he just announced on his Instagram today that he's about to drop the project same day as Knockdown Center, September 8th.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, and then right after that, we about to do tour. So, it's crazy, bro.
Was there like a moment early on where you just realized like this guy is legit? Because I feel like a lot of people that want to be managers waste a lot of time and a lot of money working with the artist that's just not serious, or the music isn't going in the direction that it should be. You see like an initial glimpse, but like when did you like kind of just realize like this is someone that is about his shit I can work with?
Bro, I think so like obviously like going on to work with him is when I really knew and like believed in it. But when it got real was, I guess, when we went to LA for the first time. It was like 8 of us, just a group. And we locked in at Internet Money. You guys know Synthetic. So he been like locked in with 4 or 5, and he invited us to Internet Money. Bro, and like they showed so much love. Like we were there the entire week pulling overnighters. I'm talking, I think we probably locked in like 100 hours.
Yeah.
And they knocked out right around 30 songs in 1 week. And it was just such an incredible thing to see, bro, because we were just like, damn, like he's not at home. He's not at the crib. We're across the country, and he's making some crazy shit right now. Like, he's making the best music he's ever made.
Yeah.
And I think it got real when they put out, right around in January, he put out this song called I Decide. And it went like mini viral. And when I tell you every single label reached out, it was crazy, bro. Like, everyone's calling our phone. Everybody's like, yo, we got a link. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, this is it. He's got it.
What does that look like when the labels reach out to you? What are they saying? What are they pitching? Is it just like, let's hop on a call and or what?
It's a lot of fishing.
Yeah.
First, bro, shout out to the real A&Rs, because y'all go crazy, but fuck most A&Rs. Yeah. You guys are not doing what you got to do. Fuck you guys.
Talk about it.
But for that small majority of the A&Rs that are actually doing their thing, bro, I appreciate them so much. And they make it kind of easy for the transition of like, all right, let's go set up a meeting with the label.
Yeah, because there's so much, like, there's just like so
I'm gonna
much
tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you the story.
shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bro, there's this, I'm not gonna say the label, but like, bro, This one dude reaches out. He's like, yo, I'm blah, blah, blah from this spot. 4-5 is going crazy. We got to lock in. So I'm like, bet. I text him. I'm like, or I send my number because it's on Instagram. I'm like, yo, this is my number. Lock me in. And then he texts me right away. I text him back. 4 days later, he responds. He's like, yo, who is this? I was like, bro, what? Like, crazy. And then we ended up showing up from like a different A&R. We bump into him, and bro, it was just funny, bro. Like, just most of them don't know what the fuck is going on, but the ones that do are fire, bro.
The ones that do also are very successful and make a lot of money.
Yeah,
but it's like there's a lot of research and just like knowledge of game that goes into being a really good A&R, and honestly a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
There's way more shit behind the scenes that like the most successful A&Rs really help with.
Yeah.
So like in just like in a label setting, like what did you feel like you guys would even really need from that? Like, is it just like help from people behind the scenes and stuff like that to get shit together?
So, and I'll answer what you were saying earlier, like what does it look like, right? When they're all reaching out. They're first, everybody's trying to see like if you're signed yet.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot you'll find that mad people are signed behind the scenes.
Yeah.
A lot, like, and so they'll first try to find that out. They'll try to find out who you've spoken to already. Sometimes you'll see like an exec repost 4-5, and then other people send us the story and be like, yo, y'all working with them? Because then it'll be like it's just a situation, bro. Like we heard a story about like when Sheck West was on fire, when like Mo Bamba just dropped, or even right before Mo Bamba just dropped, when he was going crazy on SoundCloud. Everybody was trying to reach out, and then someone told us that like they saw him in China with another music exec, and they knew it was over because he was at the Nike factory.
Yeah.
So like they knew like, oh, they flew him out over there, it's over. Let's not even reach out.
Yeah.
You know, so like a lot of people will try to seed that way, but when you're actually at the office, they'll try and just hear out what you guys are looking for. You know, sometimes if they might offer money up front, or they might offer a situation up front that like best suits you. But like for us, I think a lot of it was just the main things that obviously we're looking for is just like keeping his masters. You know, like that's one thing that's like not negotiable. We're not gonna sell that shit. Again, he's not pressed for bread, so we're not about to sell all the masters. The other thing is just creative control. He's like, so if you look at his Instagram or just like anything that he does, he's very on point with his branding. Yeah. So it's like he needs full creative control. Obviously, he's willing to work. He's like super coachable.
Yeah, I mean, but if it's a dude that's like, I don't know, like that has like their own creative workflow, like a Cole Bennett or something like that, then it's like creative control can get merged and like two brands can collaborate and have.
But if it's some asshole in a suit, we're like, bro, just throw the bread and connections. Like let us paint the picture. You know what I mean? So like, you know, a lot of that, and I think the last thing too is like timing, because it's not so much that we want to get a situation and then run the fuck out first time that he goes up or gets like a TikTok viral moment or anything. Like 4-5 is the kind of person where he wants to like build with someone. He's super loyal, sometimes to a fault. You know what I mean? Where it's just like if you fuck with him, he's sticking with you like forever. You know what I mean? So it's like, but we definitely want to have the option to kind of just do our own thing, you know, whenever we want to. So when looking for situations like that, we always try to be like on the most lenient side as possible, so that things don't feel like a job, or he doesn't feel threatened if like shit is not going the way that they want.
I'm curious from like a manager standpoint, what typically happens with like someone like you when an artist that you're working with signs to a major?
Man, I mean, it depends. We've heard horror stories, right? We've heard horror stories where like they get signed, major hit or a major record label, manager's out. You know, they get somebody from the label.
They
you
just
know,
get some
like
random guy at the label.
Exactly. So we've heard horror stories like that, and we've seen them too, honestly. But I mean, in like an ideal way, they're sticking like since day one. They're sticking the path. But like, I mean, you guys have seen like, for an example, like Chance the Rapper with his manager. I don't know if you guys know about that. I think his name was like Pat the manager or something. But they were like like locked in since day one, and then like allegedly I think like paperwork wasn't right or some shit.
Yeah.
And they got into like legal situations.
That's interesting because his whole story, his lore of Chance the Rapper is that he's independent. Yep. He just had his own team.
Yeah. But he's one of the first artists who was saying that, right? Like, oh, I'm independent, which technically, sure, he is, but he had a deal.
Yeah.
And not a major record label deal, but he had a deal with like...
I guess the people's definition of independent is like still owning your masters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that case, I guess he was independent.
Yeah.
But not to say he didn't have a deal where people were supporting his marketing and putting him in connections, paying for the tour up front, like shit like that.
And, and I'll give you a perfect example too, like somebody from the city, Kells Too Busy.
Yeah.
He signed a publishing deal. Technically, he's independent though. But he signed a publishing deal. You know what I mean? So it's just like music is super fire. He's definitely super connected. But again, like...
You got to know how to move.
Yeah, you got to know how to move.
You have to know your needs, too.
Yeah,
or something like that, too. Like, I mean, like, in your guys' case, though, what's really going to be the biggest thing? Like, just connections and people that you guys could work with in the future?
Yeah, and it's just because it'd be different if he went up on a TikTok song or he didn't have this community that he's built.
Yeah.
But he's built this cult.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of leverage, honestly.
Yeah,
and
bro.
I mean, just like in other people's cases, like where it might not even be what they need, but I feel like people are like, oh, once I get the contract, I need to start buying features. I need to get a crazy music video and shit like that. It seems like in general, y'all got that on lock anyway.
Yeah, so bro.
Like,
he's got records with a lot of people. I'll tell you like off camera, but like he's just been putting shit out by himself. You know, like he's worked with a ton of people, bro. And like some of the biggest artists today, their team has reached out and are like interested. You know what I mean?
So you guys putting budgets together or anything like that? Is it all organic? Is it kind of, or just like case by case basis?
For what?
In terms of just like for music videos and stuff like that.
Oh, bro, everything is in house. So like he definitely.
Word. So like the videographer.
Everything, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy, and like I think that's part of the reason why everything looks so good and we're doing it at such a rate because everybody has been building. It's like everybody, they all started music and their own like endeavors right around 2018 or 2019. It's been like 4 or 5 years, right? But they all started together. And so now his videographers, his main 2 videographers is No Keats and Will Bloom, bro. And they're demons, bro. Like they obviously they know what they're doing. And bro, he grew with them. You know what I mean? So everything has just been super organic, and he takes care of them. But it's just like our budgets to what people think they are. Bro, people are thinking we're spending like thousands of dollars on videos.
Because people generally are.
Right. Bro,
especially in New York, people definitely.
Bro, we're spending 500 max on like location and props and shit like that.
Yeah.
Bro, everything is super.
But I mean, the truth is, you can only really do that if the music's there. Like Noah said earlier, a lot of people like sometimes a whack song could turn into some cool YouTube shit. Maybe like tens of thousands of views on YouTube.
If like 5 seconds of the song is good,
right,
that shit could go viral.
Facts. Nah, and it's also, I tell him that too, bro. Like again, if the music wasn't fire, you might have to pay for some studio time. You might have to pay for some videos.
But I mean, that's just the cost of doing business. Like, if that's like what you want to do, you got to invest in your craft.
But it's like his main group, like the core of us that work with him and that like are actively doing shit every day. It's literally about 15 or 20 of us, but we know the end goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers not worried about the bread right now. We know that shit is coming. Everybody sees the vision. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you'll see other people get like frustrated or like nervous because they're not seeing shit right away. But like, results don't come overnight, bro. Sometimes they do. If you get lucky.
For some people, but that's not like something overnight isn't gonna be like you doing a giant merch shop and doing a bunch of sales, or
exactly.
Like you're never gonna sell shit like that overnight.
Yeah,
you might get a really big song overnight,
right?
But you have to know what to do with that, and people around you have to know what to do with it.
Bro, we've seen it, bro. Again, TikTok song go crazy, millions of streams. Next song they put out 30,000 streams, and like if it was a regular situation, 30,000 streams is great. But after you just did millions of streams, bro, 30,000 L, bro, like that's bad.
How do you think about TikTok as a manager though? Because there's some managers that's probably 90% of their marketing strategy, or they're just yelling at the artist saying make TikToks. Like how do you two talk about it?
Which they're not wrong. You know what I mean? It's
huge
like,
organic reach.
Bro, look at Jaleel, bro. Like his Instagram reels and TikToks, insane, bro. I follow his manager, or maybe one of them. I'm not sure if he got a couple, but and he just put on his story, I think one of his reels hit 100 million views.
Damn,
which is crazy.
Was it the one with him flipping off the
yup. 100 million views, bro. Like that's crazy. But
like there's viral, and then there's like
and then that's
fire.
Bro,
no, that's like one of the biggest videos on the internet.
That's huge.
Like I think the biggest video we ever did was like
5, maybe more.
No, like 20
mil.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, but like
that's fire though.
That's fire.
But then but then if you think about 100 mil, that's 5 times that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
100 mil is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there's really very few. Like, I do think Noah's right about the marketing strategy. But the truth is, you gotta want to do it, and B, you gotta be confident enough in it. To be able to do it.
It's
the truth. So, what are you guys like saying shit like that, or is it kind of just like market it how you want type of thing? Right?
Yeah, bro. For him, like I do a lot of like the structure. When I say like he's really in control of the creative, bro, everything you see us create, I obviously like we talk every single day. I see him almost every single day. So I'm constantly helping out, roll shit out and helping with the creative. But bro, it's like mostly him. Yeah. It's mostly him and Grimy Kids. Grimy Kids is like his right hand man, bro, and like both of them, bro, geniuses. Genius, bro. Like they really do shit on the spot. They're constantly creating. They're constantly doing these videos. When it comes to TikTok though, like we're definitely trying. Again, he isn't that kind of artist, but we know it's like you got to play that game. You know, you got to be active on these socials. We thought Threads was gonna take off. That shit tanked.
Yeah,
like I really thought it was gonna take off. Yeah, bro. Like so yeah, and now we're trying to push like the songs. I think Money Addicts, the sound has right around 800 videos on it.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's the biggest thing too. I mean, it's honestly not. I mean, you guys have great visuals, so I mean, like just getting those to continue to move and post them. Like a good person even look at it as like BLP Kosher. He didn't do shit, but put out the videos. I mean, people.
He's just polarizing too, though.
That is
just
true.
Look at him and then hear it. You're like, bro. When I saw he got the Nardwuar video, I was like, all right, bro. Like, all right. You got it.
No,
like,
that's crazy. No, yeah, but I mean, really, it's just like the music's good. I mean, he is a polarizing dude, so I'm sure that turns eyeballs a little bit more.
Yeah.
But he just puts the music out there and lets people eat it up. Like Jaleel is a different case because he's just like, I mean, he's a freak, does backflips, whatever. Like, he's a social media driven dude in general. Like, he would probably be viral in whatever
he wanted to do. Like acting. Athletic,
I think that's got to be the next step. Yeah, that's got to be the next step for him, bro. Like
he could just be like The Rock, bro. Like
bro, for real though, and just like his brand too. Like he's just pushing positivity.
Yeah,
which is like another thing that I don't know if you guys see it on 4-5 story, but he's constantly putting up these like quotes and just giving like motivation.
Yeah,
every single day, bro. And like, bro, the supporters and the fans like really feel that way. You know, like he'll get DMs all the time like, bro, I needed this, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and even other big artists that are coming up, they'll hit him back and be like, bro, I needed to see this, bro.
It kind of reminds me of X a little bit, like just the way that he would like kind of talk
bro.
to his community a little bit. It shit is definitely super important, but that's like what really defines the biggest artists of our 100%. Generations versus the dudes that are just like subpar or just like have their own hits and don't have their hits,
bro. And
that connection,
and it goes back to like where we were talking about what are these labels looking for, what are these A&Rs looking for. Another thing I saw, like they're not signing artists anymore, they're signing the communities. That like these guys want to see not only your streams and your numbers and shit, but like who's supporting this person in real life too, you know. So it's like I rather sign somebody who has that community versus somebody who's just got some viral shit going.
Yeah.
Because I know it's just going to build, you know?
Yeah. It's such a different world, though, from like the days where a label would find someone that had talent, but nobody knew who they were. And it's like, we're the key to get people to hear you. Now it's like, we can take someone that has a buzz and just make them that much bigger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Like, and And it's crazy too because in a spot like this, like in New York, bro, there's so much competition.
Yeah.
You got a new thing coming out of the city every 3 months.
But that's why you gotta lock it in on your own shit.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys even listening to like other like?
Bro, he don't listen to nobody.
But like people like Smith Happy, they're dope. Like they make great music. But it's also like in your sense, you gotta lock in yourself. Like that's the one thing. Lil Wayne has always said that too. Like he doesn't listen to anybody.
Yo, who was it that he like violated? I forgot who it was. They said like,
bro.
"Oh, you know who this person is?" He's like, "Who?"
He said their name wrong. Was it DaBaby or Lil
I think
Baby?
it was Lil Baby or DaBaby.
Really?
He was like, "Who?" Like,
yeah, like, I don't even know who this is. Straight up. But like, you have to
he was being dead serious.
No,
he was 100% serious, bro. Like
for people that are really, even like for us, like I honestly don't. Anybody that does anything in rap media, rap podcasts, I don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, word?
not even.
I mean,
that's fire though, cause y'all in y'all own lane and y'all doing it.
Appreciate you know what bro. I mean, like, I watch podcasts. I don't watch
podcasts.
I don't watch a ton of music ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I want to get inspired just in like the form of how like another creator is doing it to an extent. Not like over inspired, but I try to keep it like.
And I would tell anybody working on their craft do the same thing.
Yeah.
You could take inspiration from people that are in the same lane as you, but like you are never gonna amount to something bigger than yourself if your interests just come from other people you want to be like in the exact same lane as you.
Yeah.
Everybody else that's super successful in it just completely carved their own lane.
Yeah.
They did what they wanted to do.
Like you can be inspired, but if you're just like studying almost to the point where you're copying, it's like, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 4-5 don't listen to nobody, bro. It's crazy. It's kind of weird, especially just because like I'm a DJ, so I gotta listen to everything. You know,
like how the fuck you not listen to Cardi?
Facts, you know. Which like he'll hear that shit, but I'm talking like on the regular, bro. He's listening to himself.
Yeah.
He's just focused on one fucking thing, bro. And it's inspiring, bro. But to me, it's just like having that DJ background. I'm like, gang, how can you not throw this on right now?
Yeah.
Like, or like I'll be listening to like a record, bro, like something that's going crazy right now, and be like, who is that? I'll be like, what? How the fuck? Like, but he's also tapped in. You know what I mean? Like he's also he knows what's going on. He
might just also have does he not have an ear too? Like if he hears some shit and he's like, oh, this guy's going crazy,
bro,
and you might not even know about it,
bro.
At all.
I just brought him up, but Kels, he showed me what's the song that went crazy? Oh my god, I'm blanking.
Bro,
the first song that he put out. I can't believe I'm fucking blanking on this. But that song he showed me, I think it had 200 views on YouTube, and I was like, what is this? And he's like, bro, he's next. This is happening. And then boom, like he just exploded, bro. And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I feel like we've honestly got a pretty sharp eye for that stuff as well too.
Yeah.
Or like even just like scrolling through shit. Like if I see something that has 1,000 likes, like I deadass might even just save it. So I could look back in a week.
Wow.
Just to know that shit actually had 100,000 likes now or something like
that.
Y'all
know Hurry Haran? I think how you pronounce his name. But he's another one that's going crazy in the city right now. He got this song called Beyonce. And it's going stupid right now, bro. Like, but again, it's like every 3 months, probably less. But I agree with what you're saying though. You just got to carve out your own lane. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. Like right now, there's a lot of Jersey, and drill, and and he's like, you know, 4-5 is just like not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like. We're trying to be the first artist he's trying to be the first artist out of New York that's on that like mosh pit shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like the closest one that kind of did it out of here was Sheck, but I feel like he didn't go all the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
he did
he just got I feel real big.
Like he went obviously he's fucking humongous.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people would probably say he's from Houston.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But
like if you're not from New York,
exactly,
Like I feel like people that are in like LA, if you ask them a random question out of Rolling Loud LA and be like, "Where's Shaq West from?"
Think I'm like Houston.
Houston,
that's funny.
LA or New York. A lot of people say Houston.
I don't know, but I feel like if you really listen to just like the way he says words, you can kind of tell.
I mean, bro, I grew up in New York, so it's like we knew about him when like it was just like SoundCloud lit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just that whole collective, like the people that he was coming up with, like Ass Pizza and them, like everybody knew they were going crazy in New York, so You just like, and you could see him, bro. Sometimes he'd be biking around and shit, like, you know. But that's crazy though that people say he's from Houston.
I mean, it's just because of that Travis Scott shit.
Cactus Jack,
yeah. Like once he was Cactus Jack, clip. But like if you lived in New York and just like even remotely close to New York, like you definitely know Shaq West is all New York. But I definitely agree with you, and I think you're 100% right that his potential did not get to where it needed to. I mean, I don't know anything behind what Cactus Jack was doing, or whatever. Like, I mean, we're not at like, I'm definitely not at a place to judge what they were doing. Right. But his potential was higher than where he is now, for sure. Oh my God. There's so many factors that could have went wrong in that current situation. Yeah. But there is definitely still a need for someone like. Or like to have a moment of like what he had in 2018 and 2019, and it definitely wasn't because the music was bad, bro.
No, as soon as he didn't drop, like realistically.
I mean, bro, it was that,
and that's the thing. It's just like what's the politics behind that? You know,
like exactly.
We won't know. But yeah, bro, I feel like he also because I remember when Mo Bamba was out and he was like on fire. Bro, every single show in New York, he was there.
Bro, New York Rolling Loud.
Bro, too? I think he performed, I swear to God, he had to have done 50 shows in New York. Like, shows in terms of, like, coming out as a special guest.
All that.
Bro, like, all size venues everywhere.
I remember, so I think Kid Super had, like, a birthday party or some shit. He popped out to that. I remember seeing Jay Critch at Irving Plaza. Popped out to that.
Yeah.
Bro, just, like, so many different events where... They were like, and we got somebody in the... I was like, yeah, it's Shaq West.
Yeah.
And it would be Shaq West, bro, because I don't know what was going on, bro, but he just had the city on lock.
Yeah.
Just had the city on lock at some point.
Yeah. I mean, Pop Smoke did it and had it, but that was drill. So it's like...
Yeah.
That's
Pop Smoke,
kind of different thing.
Bro, Pop Smoke was just so... That shit was so special, bro. Did you remember that, like, moment when you first heard that shit? And I was like... What is going on, bro? Like, I actually remember the first moment, bro. I was DJing. I was doing like some random ass like high school party.
Yeah.
That my friend just like plugged it in. I'm just some side bread, bro. And the kids, I remember it was April 2019, and the kids at the school, they were just trying to get requests, and they're like, "Play Welcome to the Party, Pop Smoke." I was like, "Who? Like what?" And I type it in, and then I just see the kids lose their mind. Yeah. They're like, "Yo!" And I was like, "Oh, really? This is crazy."
First time I heard it, I was at a house party. I didn't listen to it before the party scene, but I was like, that shit actually shook the whole room.
Bro, it was like, crazy.
We were at a house party and just like, whatever, the whole house, and we were like, whatever, on the middle floor. Like, the entire... You thought the shit was going down.
Great, yeah.
And then and then it was like the week after, I went to New York, and I went to Pianos. Whatever, and then I saw it get played. This was like 2020.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think it was 2020.
Somewhere around that time.
But I went to Pianos, and when that shit got played too, crazy.
Insane.
Back when Pianos was actually like, I don't know,
lit. Yeah. I
so
like,
know. And that shit was crazy. And then it just was like hit. It was Dior, and then it was like everything else after it. It was one of the craziest.
Bro, he was on fire.
I've ever seen. I mean, he was probably the most on fire artist.
Yeah.
Not only in the world at the time. But, like, to see someone that hot from New York was not seen since, like, 50.
Yeah, bro.
Like, even, like, A$AP Rocky was hot.
That's a bold-ass statement, but I got to agree with you.
A$AP Rocky was hot, but...
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He wasn't bigger than Pop Smoke was.
No. I feel like... So I was in high school when Rocky, like, came out, and... It was crazy because I went to Randolph, which is in Harlem. Mm-hmm. It's not far from, like, where they all grew up.
Yeah.
And... Bro, that influence when like Peso came out, and then he dropped a project and just kept collabing with all these big ass artists. We're like, holy fuck, bro! Like he's going crazy.
I knew like A$AP Rocky is one of my favorite people.
Yeah,
Outside of music, just like in terms of inspiration, like it was there. Like I listened first time I saw Peso, whatever. Like he brought back like just even like. Just like high designer culture back in the music, Supreme got brought back with it and everything like that. So like, but he brought that to Harlem and the Bronx, like that. Nobody in the Harlem and Bronx was really like.
Yeah, they definitely was not doing that. Yeah.
And then like even for like Goyard, Rick Owens, like that's not a thing anybody really knew.
Nope.
Like that, so he brought that there, and I saw that. So like his impact's bigger than music for sure, but in terms of just music,
so you say like culturally.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Just in terms of music, Pop Smoke was bigger.
Oh, God. That's a fact.
A$AP Rocky.
That's a fact.
Like, I honestly wouldn't even be surprised I don't know streaming numbers, but I know Pop Smoke probably his biggest songs are probably bigger than A$AP Rocky's biggest songs.
Yeah. No,
I feel like A$AP Rocky's YouTube views were going crazy though.
Maybe.
Like Peso.
But that was what it was though. It was YouTube. But now it's like streaming platforms and DSPs are different now. Like if you look, like streams is a good place to look at it. And A$AP Rocky's been big. Like I'm sure Praise the Lord's got hundreds of millions of streams.
Oh yeah.
But like you could look at anything that Pop Smoke put out, like any of his top 5 songs, like they probably have more streams than A$AP Rocky. And in that moment, like he was like one of the biggest artists I've ever seen. And this is how quick it was.
It was, bro. It was crazy, bro.
It was like an insane lock on everything, and it wasn't just one album.
Yeah,
like, even the shit.
Bro, y'all saw how many times they ran back Dior? Yeah, they kept putting Dior, bro. That shit came out like 3 times, bro. Like, but respect, they was doing the waterfall shit.
But
like,
adding on to that, but like that's drill, and it's definitely a different scene than like what a lot of the underground rage shit is like moving in the direction towards right now. Like there's probably an overlap of people that like that and like drill, but it's definitely a different genre.
For sure. Oh yeah.
And I definitely don't see why it can't be the next lane. Like drill is its own thing, and drill has its own politics in New York that nobody has to talk about. But
I feel like it's evolving though right now. Like it's a lot of it, bro, has gone to the Jersey side.
Club.
Yeah, it's gone to club shit now. You know, like I think bro, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of the violence aspect of it is kind of being seeded out.
Kind of, for sure.
Yeah, you know, at least more like club shit.
I feel like at least in terms of what's blowing up, people want to hear some shit they could dance to. It's really just like good party music, and it's kind of cool too, because I mean, as you're a DJ, you probably know a little bit about just like the house music culture, and I feel like it's just a perfect merging of that world and like the drill world.
Yeah, bro. And it's crazy to even see like on the rage side of shit too, like how much influence EDM is in it.
Yeah, that's a good point,
bro. Like,
dude, like when I first listened to like some of the songs on Whole Lotta Red too, like Control and shit like that.
Even Yeet, bro. Like Up to Me and all that, bro. I feel like a lot of these producers took the shit that was coming out of EDM and like kind of
I mean there is a real techno side to it. I mean, because if you hear Yeet record versus the final product, it's insanely different, and a lot of it's just electronic.
But even the production too, like the beats, bro,
like all the shit he's picking, like Benny X, it's like
which
there's definitely an old and techno side behind to like even if I'm sure Benny X knows his roots and everything like that, but there are definitely like deep techno roots in a lot of the shit that he likes right now, for sure,
bro. And that's like I feel like, I don't know, history repeats itself, you know. So like I feel like we're about to see a lot of that shit come back too.
Yeah, and it's gonna be about like people want to still rage and go crazy too.
Yeah,
and that's not what like Jersey Club does right now. At least
I feel like
I don't fuck with Jersey Club. Like Cash Cobain is one of my favorite artists. Like I fuck with that entire scene, but it's gonna be completely different for sure. And there's still a young generation of kids, 14 to 20, that want to rage hard.
I feel like it's an age thing, and also to another extent like a gendered thing. Like when you go to a show with an artist that has what you would call rage music, they're going to be younger, and it's going to be more men. Typically. So yeah, I don't know. Like when I'm popping out places where it's like people our age or older, it's usually a lot more Jersey Club, or like house, or just like house vibes, or more like of a chill type of rap. But at the same time, like it's interesting as like played out as the rage sound is in some areas in New York. It's not as big, feels a little bit more fresh, and the kids fuck with it, like you said.
Hell yeah, bro. And it's cool. I mean, we're in a city that's, bro, it's just like, it's like no other. So like,
so big that
in the same club or like the same event, you can have like, bro, even Knockdown Center show. It's gonna be, you got 4 or 5, and then you got Chow Lee. Two different worlds. Both sets are gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, I feel like there has to be a group of people, like even me. I listen to all of that. Like I love Cash and Chow.
Facts,
and like there's definitely especially in New York, where that niche is gonna like
merge
for sure.
Or
it's
cross.
Gonna have to in general. And I still think like people like Chow also definitely have fans that are also fans of 4-5. Like, it's just because like I mean, but there's similarities like on and off the track from both of them. So it might just be more outside of like the actual music, but there's a lane for both of those still being gigantic. But if I did have to guess, I would say Jersey Club is kind of like getting pushed out.
Yeah.
Of the city a little less, and then like Rage Shit is definitely coming back
for sure.
In a giant hard way. I mean, even if you look at like Travis streams and stuff like that,
it's crazy.
Like it's the biggest emerging genre that's still happening. Once Whole Lot of Red drop, that shit changed.
Oh my
is the
God,
truth.
bro.
Like that just put that.
Did y'all like it at first?
Yeah. Hell yeah,
I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I remember
loved it at first.
The craziest shit was, I was just like in the crib going crazy. I was listening to Stop Breathing. I was like, this is the best Cardi song I've ever heard,
bro.
And I went on Twitter and I saw Stop Breathing trending. I was like, everybody fucks with this. They know this the one. Open that shit up.
Hey,
nope.
Nah, bro, I remember the same shit. I'm thinking like all my friends are gonna fuck with it.
Yeah,
bro. I go to the group chats. Everybody's like, bro, this is mid garb. I'm like, no way, bro.
I know. I was honestly very surprised, bro. Because maybe like we're both really big Cardi fans, and like I knew the album was just not going to sound like Die Lit.
Yeah.
And it was not going to, like, I keep up with Cardi leaks pretty heavily. Yeah. And it was not going to sound like that, even though there were some leaks. But the overall consensus with that shit was dead ass garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, people were killing it.
But that was honestly at the time where I knew, like, how much, like, internet shit just meant, like, nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is the truth, though.
And people just like to follow trends.
Yeah, like once I saw that, I was like, this man really knows his audience and like true fan audience so well that the internet almost doesn't matter.
Bro, and I feel like that about Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Bro, I feel like that about Hard Rock. He just dropped this project. People hated it. Or people were just like...
Really?
Oh, yeah, bro. At first, like, immediate listen, I know so many people that hated it. Bro, I loved it. At first, I was just like, I'm trying to figure it out. It was definitely like a slow burn for me.
That's what I like about albums like that, though, is that you got to try to figure out
what's going on,
the artist's head was at when they're making this. Because realistically, any creative is putting something out for a reason. And that's why a lot of people did switch on Whole Lot of Red.
Yeah.
Is the truth. Because Cardi wouldn't put something out with like some genuine thought to it. And a lot of people just had to like see or visualize what this album was a little bit more than a lot of other ones. Like there was just a bigger learning curve.
Yeah.
So, but that's the fun part to a lot of albums.
Yeah.
Any album that was just like initially like that gets like a really bad rap on the internet. Now I'm like, oh, I gotta tap in.
Just to see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Because like for the most part, unless that shit is really hot ass, like there are some albums where I'm like, this one wasn't it. But some people that I like Hard Rock or like Cardi, people that I think like have a sharp mindset and know what they want to put out. There was a reason it sounded like that, and that's the reason they went. And you just gotta sometimes figure it out yourself. For that, when people saw him perform it, that's when it clicked. As your job in the show, like as a DJ, what are like 5 songs you like are always putting on before his show?
Before he comes on?
Yeah.
Bro, we got to do Stop Breathing.
Yep.
Definitely an XXX song. Really, any will go fucking crazy. Sometimes, bro, I'll throw in Grove Street by Flocka.
Yeah.
Just because it's a classic and everybody's going to go crazy. Let me see what else, bro. I might throw some Thug. Or like Finito or some shit, like just the absolute like smashes, you know what I mean? And sometimes too, bro, if it's like crazy, I'll really get on the mic and be like, punch him in the fucking face. You put like, I'll just go crazy, bro. And you'll see people be like, oh no, hold up, like they'll get scared.
Yeah.
But we're just like, again, bro, we just want to bring that energy. You know what I mean?
You
like,
gotta keep it high.
That shit's mad funny when DJs be like, if you scared, get the fuck out, shit like that. And then I'm like, the older I get, I'm like, maybe I should get the fuck.
Maybe I should go to the back.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'll literally, if I'll see like a group just standing still, I'll be like, they're standing, jump on them, on it, like, and then they'll be like, nah, chill.
You gotta get everyone into it.
You ever seen dudes doing crazy shit in the mosh pits, bro? Like, I feel like at one of them, bro, some dude was like, doing, like people be doing sit-ups, push-ups, or like diving everywhere too. Or just like throwing crazy elbows.
Bro, so 4-5 had a show in LA in June, and right after the show finished, I'm talking like right after like thank you, good night. our mics were turned off and the house music came on, like the venue music came on, bro. And there's a fight happening. Like 2 guys are pushing and shoving, right? And everyone is exiting, and I'm like trying to tell like the security, like yo, there's but no one can hear me. The mics are done, and these guys are just going at bro, just boom, 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 and it took like maybe 10 seconds before someone noticed. But bro, 10 seconds in a fight, it's a long time.
A lot of damage,
bro. They were going crazy, bro. Like it was crazy, but
that's the energy you gotta give out.
Yeah, bro.
But
like
that's the thing with the mosh pit scene nowadays, bro. That like is just so infectious to the people that really want to go to those things.
Yeah,
you could just.
It's funny though, bro, because I feel like most mosh pits today are pussy, bro.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in like the hardcore scene. Like I used to be in a hardcore band. So, like, we saw real mosh pits. You know what I mean? People were, like, punching each other. Not just, like, pushing and shoving. Like, we saw people get, like, jumped.
Like, actual violence.
Yeah, real violence, bro. So, like, today's mosh pits, they just be fun, bro. Just be pushing each other and shit. We're like, bro, like, I've seen some, like, I've seen people get all their teeth knocked out at shows. Like, it's been
What were, like, the venues that you went to for hardcore shows in the city? Are they the same as...
Nah.
Some
are, some aren't. Like there used to be this legendary spot in Brooklyn on Myrtle Broadway, and it was called Party Expo, and it was a lot for like local shows. That shit was fire. There's some spot in the Bronx called The Point, super fire. There's another spot, FLC. It was literally in the basement of a church, but it was like local hardcore bands, bro. It was crazy.
In New York?
Yeah. And then there's like the bigger venues like Gramercy or Irving Plaza, shit like that. But it's just not the same. And maybe it is, and I'm just like, you know, I'm in a different scene now. But like, bro, growing up, it was just crazier. We also didn't have like iPhones, or we weren't like, you know, up to speed with everything. Everyone's on fucking MySpace at that time, you know, like.
That's facts.
So it was crazy.
I feel like everything was different. Like if you grew up, which we didn't really, but if you grew up in a time where shit just isn't getting recorded, like I feel like parties would just be that much wilder, like stuff like that.
I don't know, bro. I did go to a Suicide Boys show, and that shit was a little...
When did you go?
I saw them at Rolling Loud.
Oh wow!
It was just like, oh no, not Rolling Loud. Oh, bro, what is that shit called? Bro, what's the one in Philly? Is it Made in America?
Made in America,
yeah.
Made in America.
But this was like 20. It was right before the first one I went to in New York, and it was just like, bro,
like 2018, something like that.
What was the first Rolling Loud?
That was 2019.
2018 or
2019? I can't remember.
It was 2019. Made in America was right before that.
Yeah.
And I mean, but the Made in America lineup's like SZA, like or whatever, and they were also not one of the headliners, but like right under there.
Yeah,
that shit was
crazy. Word.
That shit was crazy. Like I was on one of the side railings.
Yeah.
It was just unreal. But like other people, like I've been to like whatever shows, and there was not crazy. But they hold a like different edge and a different niche in hip hop because that is real hard.
Yeah,
like hardcore mosh pit shit.
It's also too like it's just like a Cardi show, bro. Like or Travis too. When he just put out the project, did y'all see like the Secret show he had in Brooklyn? Bro, I went, and this is right after the movie theater. So we went, we got the address from somebody we pulled up. Bro, when he came out, I literally had to dip. Like I was just
crazy.
It was crazy.
Oh wait, where was that at?
It was on 90 Scott Ave in Brooklyn. I forgot what the venue was called.
What type of venue? Like was it more like a concert? Like a okay.
It was like a warehouse.
I was gonna say like if he's going
stage, right?
Yeah,
just in the front
bro. There had to have been, maybe I'm like dragging it, but there had to have been like at least 4,000 people.
Yeah, they let the gates flood, bro. They were like, fuck
They said, fuck it.
That shit was crazy, bro. Like, at a certain point, I was just, like, squished.
Yeah.
And it was, like, 100 degrees, and I'm like, all right, bro, I got to get out of here. Like,
yeah. I will say, like, I haven't really been to any hardcore shows, but I would imagine if there are rappers whose, like, crowds are comparable, it's, like, Cardi and Trav.
Yeah.
You guys
Cardi shit is
Suicide
insane,
Boys, you should definitely see it, just for the experience.
They played at Rolling Loud, too.
Oh, you went to the one when they played at Rolling Loud?
Word.
That shit was fire. They had, what's it called, like, the ring where everyone just, like, runs around and claps?
Yeah.
As someone who's, like, went to hardcore shows, is there truth to, like, the claim that people at those shows like kind of got more respect or like etiquette, like, you know, they'll punch you in the face, but then they'll pick you up.
They'll hug you, yo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's true. That's like, and that's the thing, like you might get like kicked in the face and then you'll get a hand to get you back up. You know what I mean? But there's even, bro, there's a lot of politics in that scene too. Mm-hmm. Like there's like mosh pit crews where it's like, like you might be in a different gang than I am. Like it's, bro, and it's crazy. And like some bands will rep that crew so that other mosh pit crews can't even pull up to the show.
Yeah.
And if they pull up, they got to pull up deep or it's going to be a situation.
Is there real life shit attached to that? Like your neighborhood, your like race, class, shit like that? Or is it just purely like, this is my mosh pit gang?
It might just be communities versus communities.
Yeah, I think I think it has to be with like the specific band too, because I think, and this is me like just kind of spitballing here, because again I was in that scene like so long ago, but like there's some mosh pit crews from like, for example, like Mass or Jersey that won't fuck with New York ones, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And then there's also some that are like in the city, and then there's Long Island pit crews,
right,
where like they won't fuck with each other.
So like my I like edit a podcast for my like day job, and the host, he used to go to a lot of hardcore shows in like Philly back in the day.
Yeah,
and I forget what he was like. There's a city called like Kensington, I think, and then he said that he grew up in like a suburb, like outside of it.
Yeah.
And I think I got the city right, but anyways, like he said they basically would just like beef all the time, and it would just be like big ass brawls like that.
It really be like that. It's crazy.
One person I did also see that was crazy was Denzel. Denzel
oh my
did have a lot of wild fans. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish I got to see X, because I'm sure it was like
it must have been crazy.
Similar.
It must have been crazy.
Yeah, bro. I've just seen some of the videos from like his like Florida shows, like hometown shows.
Yeah,
that shit looked fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro.
just because of Denzel also being from Florida, like what he got brought at his shows and that type of energy, it must have been on like times X or whatever it was for him.
But his like stage, like his live presence is crazy. Denzel, like even his like breath control, bro, he's nuts, bro. Like
he raps crazy. Same thing with Joey Badass. I've seen Joey Badass twice in concert. Like he can actually rap his fucking ass off like crazy. Like it's actually insane. Like he raps bar for bar everything.
God damn. Yeah, I respect that shit so much, bro. And I like grew up on a lot of that shit too, you know, a lot of like the backpack shit too.
Yeah. What do you listen to nowadays though?
Damn, bro. I know everybody says this, just fucking hate it, but like really everything, bro. Again, like on the DJ side of shit, like I'm constantly, people are sending me so much stuff. Like right now in my rotation though, like it's a lot of like what you guys are saying. Like I'm listening to a lot of like Trav and Uzi. Again, this hard rock project that just dropped, super fire. I checked out Osama Sun's project because he's been going fucking crazy too. And of course, like 4-5 too. I'm excited for that shit to come out.
So we be listening to the same shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm not down to not listen to some other shit that comes out.
Oh yeah.
But just day-to-day rotation. Like,
yeah, bro. I'm like. And I still, like, I rarely listen to, like, hardcore shit anymore, but I'll still check some stuff out, like, especially if I keep seeing a name pop up. Like, there's this band, I think they're from PA too, they're called Jesus Piece. Bro, they're hard as fuck.
It's a cool name.
Bro, they're hard as fuck. Like, they're going crazy. I'm trying to think on the EDM side of shit. I think Fred Again, he's huge now, but like Fred Again's going crazy.
I do listen a lot.
I've been listening to like shit like that. I'm trying to get more into that type of music. I'll be listening to like Peggy Goo, Fred Again, shit like that.
She's a legend too. Yeah. She's hard, bro.
Yeah. All right, you got any more shout outs or anything?
Shout out the swim team, man. Gun Club, everybody in the group. And yeah, bro, September 8th, the project comes out, Knockdown Center. Yeah, we're excited, bro.
Hell yeah. Thank you for pulling up on us, bro.
Yeah, of course, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Hell
Thank you, bro.
Fire as fuck.
I'm going to see you, bro. My fault. My gosh. Yeah, appreciate y'all, for real.
Yeah, this is a long one. If you made it to the end, you already know you got to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, God.
Tap in with my guy.
Yes,
we
sir.
out.
Peace. That was fire.